Hello again, it's the next day, so I am back at it for the part 2 of this video. I have my morning glories, which have been soaking overnight, and also in this little pouch here I have some sunflower seeds that I saved from my sunflowers from last year, so that's kind of cool, just reusing seeds that I already had. So along with planting some more flower seeds today, I am coming here just to say hi to the chickens first, but my other little side project I mentioned was removing this plastic. The winter gets pretty cold, so we wrap the coop with this plastic and attach it with zip ties, so it's not perfect and it kind of half fell apart by the time the winter ended, so I'm gonna get rid of that today. I do have this clear plastic tarp now on top of the chicken coop as like their rain shelter, so I'm gonna keep that but get rid of all the ratty plastic that I can. Today I also went and picked up my garden veggies. We've got this giant heirloom tomato there on the left, and I've got some cucumber, some dill, some squash, some peppers, a few more tomatoes of cherry and regular tomatoes there. Also some lettuce, as you can kind of see tucked in there. I get these from this lady who has a greenhouse who lives near me. I've gotten my plants from her for 3 years in a row now, so that's kind of cool. This whole thing cost me $29, so that's everything I need for my garden. Plus, I've also got here my strawberry plant in the hanging basket just to give that a try. It kind of got dried out, but I watered it yesterday, so it's kind of getting revived. I almost messed that one up. And then also you can see my green onions are thriving since I planted them yesterday. So we've got that too. If these hot peppers here grow, I'll end up adding those to the garden, as well as this lovely little squash that I love so much. I'm happy it's growing. And just having a look at the things I moved yesterday. So the tulips didn't take great to being moved, but honestly, whatever, let's just ignore that. Anyway, coming over to the other garden, I didn't really show the end result of the hostas yesterday, but here they are and they look pretty good, and I'm happy that they'll finally have room to grow and thrive. I also have this other little dirt patch. I'm going to plant a few of my flower seeds in here today. I want to do some sunflowers in there, kind of just in this little area, because why not? Just give it a shot. It used to be an actual little garden, but I kind of dismantled it, so I just want to throw a few sunflowers there and see what happens. And coming over here, I actually, as you can see, made some progress here. I dug it up after the end of yesterday's video and got rid of as many weeds as I could just to give it a shot. I'm going to throw some like random flower seeds in there. These are basically just the leftover flower seeds from my front gardens yesterday, and I heard the lupines like shade, so I'm going to throw those in there. And then I just love my cosmos, so I would love to fill up this little space with some big cosmos. I also did add those morning glories to my front garden off camera. Anyways, now for my other project today. I've got my trusty shovel and we're heading to that garden. So I have a little bit of compost here, kind of left over from yesterday, so I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna grab my lovely rake, and we're gonna head on over to the main garden, which is my veggie garden. But my veggie garden, as you can see here, I also have a small section kind of at the back of it there, that little dirt patch full of weeds, so I'm going to dig that up a bit better, and that's where I'm going to plant most of my sunflower seeds, because I like to have a little sunflower garden at the edge of my veggie garden. Taking a little look around my garden, speaking of which, we transplanted last year this catnip plant. My husband identified it and we moved it, and it didn't really thrive last year, but this year it came in hot. It's of the mint family, so of course it grew into this beautiful bush, and I'm looking forward to hoping to get some catnip this year. I also have my oregano and sage plants there, which I cut back a little earlier, but they haven't really started blooming yet. They usually grow back on their own every year, so we'll give it some time. So I've raked and added in the compost to this garden here, and now it's time to put my sunflower seeds in. So I basically dug 2 rows and I put my sunflower seeds in there, and we'll see how that goes. Moving on now, it is time to tackle the chicken coop. I've been kind of dreading this because taking the plastic off is not a huge deal, but I also wanted to clean up the coop, which I thought I would just do it all together. They have this ramp here. It's covered in crap that's like caked on, and I couldn't really clean it most of the winter because, of course, it's like I can't turn my hose on, but I need to hose that down and scrape it off. And then the hatch for the nesting boxes is quite dirty too, as you can see there, so I need to get that hose down, and the roof as well. But going into this back little hatch here, this is where I'm going to open it up and we're going to look inside. I basically do that deep litter method if you know anything about chickens. So I've had this litter piling up for the whole winter and it's ready to come out. I'm going to just get rid of it, put it in my compost bin and start fresh. So yeah, that's the before. The chickens are always curious to see what's going on. So we're gonna get all that crap out of there, and I'm also just showing some of this plastic that's gonna come off shortly too. It's just flapping in the breeze, looking like a hot mess. So we're gonna make this place a little bit better. But first, I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna collect my eggs out of here. They laid us 6 perfect little eggs for my 6 chickens. I'm so happy. They've been doing a pretty good job of keeping up with that all winter. So now heading into the coop, it's quite dusty after cleaning all that out, but I added some new hay after getting all the nasty old stuff out. Yeah, I should have probably worn a mask, honestly. It was quite dusty, but the chickens seem happy. They are sweeping away as they do, checking out their new home, getting it all cozy to live in. It's just so fun to watch them, so I filmed a little extra of this. And the little girls poking their heads in. Oh! A little bit of a scare there. So yeah, they're just having fun. So we're gonna close that up for now, and I'm gonna get my hose and we're gonna give this coop a proper clean. I'm honestly quite satisfied with getting all this spring cleaning out of the way. It is nice afterwards, but like this roof is a clear piece of plastic, believe it or not. It's meant to let the light in, and it is all brown and dirty as well as this hat. So we're gonna clean that off, and here is the after. It is a lot cleaner. The light can actually get into the coop now. This is not perfect, but you know, I just hosed it off and it looks a lot better. And now we're gonna get to this nasty part, all this caked on poop. So I had to hose it down and scrape it all off, and here is the result. It looks a lot better now that I'm all done. I got all the plastic off that I could as well from around the coop. I left a little bit on, just the parts that were kind of covering the top, because why not, just a little extra protection, but honestly it looks so much better, and I was dreading this part, but I am really happy that I got it done. So thank you so much for joining me for this spring cleaning project, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!